such a small goals, but these are actually the most important one, the one that they build up the bigger one. Like are these small one that build to the bigger one. I invite always again my clients to do it is to write gratitude, like to be grateful. Just write anything you're grateful for during that day, and then journal, learn about yourself, learn about your day, write down what's happening during the day, write down what are you grateful for. Hello everyone, welcome back to Unlike Marketing. Today I want to discuss about some things that I've been doing for myself, and it's been really working inside the business. But I would say in your life in general, there are two key elements that I've been doing for a time and I loved, and also I've been pushing my clients to do the same, and I've seen them also see a result and be really in love with this. And you probably have been hear about this before from other speakers, but I'm talking about journaling and write down your vision. These are two things that I've been doing. I did in the past. I wrote down my vision over 5 years ago. I wrote down some of my vision, where I want to go and everything. But I decided this time to go even in depth, and this came from my wife. Sydney, you remember her? She was on podcast. She will be back, because I always love her discussion with her. But she came to me and told me like, hey, I start to write down 100 things that I would like to do in my future. And I was like, oh wow, okay, doesn't sound so hard. And then she shared with me that it's been almost a month that she's been trying to finish that 100, because the beginning it's easier, but then goes harder and harder. And I was like, oh, okay, I can see that. And I remember even when I did the first time over 5 years ago, I didn't wrote 100, it was just any number. But one thing that you have to remember whenever you do this is that you want to think that you don't have limits. Okay, don't limit yourself while you're trying to write down, because obviously it get harder. Trying to think that you have all the money in this world, all the time in this world, and just write down whatever comes to your mind. And it's amazing enough. It's hard to get 100, and what this helps do, and I really love this factor of trying to write 100, because when we say let's write down visions, your vision, normally we stop with 5-10 points, and it's already great, but they're all big things, like I want to become millionaire, I want to be a billionaire, I want to have a boat, I want to have a jet, I want to have this, I want to have. They're all big things, but once you start to think about hundreds point, you start to notice that there are like small things that you care about. But there are small things that you want to achieve that actually are even easier to achieve than these big things, but that you don't even think about, because you're so focused on the top three that there are such a huge things, like having a boat, having a thing. Sometimes can be small. It's probably like people they might won't have a kids, that can be part of a vision. But then like there are even smaller things. For example, one thing that we love, me and my wife, it's like we always said, once we have our own house, we would love to be able to uh, kind of like design the inside, doing an interior design by ourselves, like changing all the thing. And we were thinking why we need to wait for our own house. I mean, even now we are in a new apartment, we are already thinking about like, oh, we can start to buy some of the things and change the apartment things how we like it. And this is a small things, like it. You can do some interior design without spending thousands and $1,000, and also you don't have to do all in once, and can be a funny game to do, a funny things to do with your wife, like spend time doing something together. Or maybe another things we were like thinking about was be able to go eat out every week. And even with that, we had some people commenting about, oh, yeah, you need to have money to do go out every week. I'm like, Yes and no. I mean, depends what you expect. I didn't say I'm trying to go to a steakhouse every week. I just said we want to go out every week. That can be sometimes we go to Taco Bell, for example. We just sit there and at Taco Bell. And Taco Bell, like two people, you can do with $10, $15. And average person, average American can afford that, okay? It's not a crazy thing. And that's are such a small things that whenever we're trying to write just 5 points, 5 vision, um we don't 5 goals that we want to achieve, we never get to that. It's once we start, we pass that threshold where we're like, okay, I've now I don't have any more idea regarding big things, like I just wrote all down on this first 20. I don't know what to write. Then we start to go on the deeper things, on the deeper matter that can be, again, can be like, for example, my wife saying like, I would like to spend an hour a week, be able to have an hour a week, just between me and you. Like such a small goals, but these are actually the most important one, the one that they build up the bigger one. Like are these small one that build to the bigger one. Like be even in business saying like things like, oh, I would like, I mean, your goal is to be a millionaire, but your maybe like your goal today would be like making 10 calls. Like be able to not be afraid to make 10 calls, or like closing, increase my sale closing, like instead of have a 30% of sales closing rate, increase my closing rate to 70%, things like that. And you start to write, you start to go more in depth, where and that helps you also to appreciate the small things. And that goes to journaling. Why I also invite my clients to journaling is because journaling helps you to keep track of your goals. Because now that you've wrote your goals, once you journal day to day, day by day, you help yourself keep track and see what has happened during the day. And I have had some feedback from my clients saying, for example, like, oh, and before I was always, at the end of the day, I always thought that I didn't do nothing, I didn't do enough, was just like a wasted day. But then when I started journaling and start to write things down, I start to notice how much I did, how much things I got done, and things that was my goal of the week I got done right away during the day. But before journaling, I didn't notice this. I was totally like, I just felt like, because I was not making more money, I didn't say money coming in for me, I thought automatically my day was wasted. But now when I journal and I write down all the things I've done and everything, I noticed that actually, even if I didn't make money, I got so many things done that anyway helps me and put me in a position where I can make more money, put my business in a position thing. And then also they start to notice things that they were not doing for their partner. Things like, oh, I noticed that today I was focused just on work. I didn't spend any time with my wife, or I didn't went out, and help them like, and that can help them for the marriage. Because you hear so many times marriage at the end because of, yeah, there is a cheating, but the cheating many times happen because the husband of the wife, they're so focused on their job, on other things, that they never take care of the partner. And this is, and that's great problem. But through journaling, you are able to notice these things, you're able to see what you do, what is your focus, what are your priorities. We go back to our priorities. I say it before in other videos, and you can go back and watch it. It's like our priorities first is God. We need to spend time with God. Second is our wife, our partner. And then third is our kids. And then finally comes our job, and then our hobbies. Um, and when we journal, sometimes we notice that our pattern is different. Like I would be journaling and be like, well, I didn't spend any time with God. Or I didn't spend any time with my wife. Where is my priorities? I don't see my priorities in my journey. And that helps you keep accountable. It's like a scale. We use a scale whenever we need to lose weight. The scale is one of the instruments or tools we use to keep us accountable. We go on scale, we notice the weight after a week, and like, oh, okay. Journaling is the same thing. Journal helps us to be accountable of what are our priorities. So we need to remember our priorities. That is God, partner, kids, and work. If we don't, if while we journaling we don't see that in our journal, if we write down and we don't read anything about God, I didn't spend any time with God, or I didn't spend any time with my husband or wife, then we start to and that can be one day, it can happen, it's fine. But if keep going on, like after a week, like you read back and you're like, wait, every day I wrote anything about God, anything about my wife, then there is some type of problem, and that can help to think. And then final thing that also journaling is useful, and I invite always again my clients to do it, is to write gratitude, like to be grateful, like just write anything you're grateful for during that day. And it changed the way you go to sleep, it changed the day you finish your week, it changed the day you finish your day. It brings joy, peace inside your day, just by trying to write down what are you grateful for today. And I know there is a hard days, there is days that you're like everything was horrible, I didn't close any deal again, I didn't I lost money and everything. But even that day, I challenge you to write down something you're grateful for, because there are things you're grateful for. You are alive, you breathe, you are healthy, you have a wife, you have kids. That's are things you are grateful for. Like you are grateful. I'm grateful even the worst days. I'm grateful that I can go home and play with my kid. That's things, and you change your perspective. It become you now start to think positively. You start to bring joy in your life. It's because like in the Bible say that the Holy Spirit gives us joy, right? We have joy, but it's our choice to bring that joy inside our life. Because even if the Holy Spirit gives us inside of us, doesn't mean that automatically we exercise it or we use it. But we can do that if we decide to be grateful. If we decide that today I'm gonna, when I write down my journal before the end, I'm gonna write down why I'm grateful, what I'm grateful for. That's our own. It's really important, and I challenge everyone. Everyone is watching right now. I challenge you to do this exactly two things. One, write down 100 goals. Write down, make a vision board with 100 goals, things that you want to do. And if you're with a partner, maybe do that first separated and then do it together. Show each other what are your goals and see if there is something common. Like that's fun. Like maybe if there are some things in common you can do together. Like I mean, you are partnering, you are married, you are supposed to do things together. And it's totally fine and fun to create your own one, but also to share each other, like sit together, like spend some time and share with each other, like what are your goals. Let know the other person, hey, this is what I always wanted to achieve, because maybe that person can help you, or maybe that person also want to do the same things and you can achieve exactly the same goal together. And then journal, learn about yourself, learn about your day, write down what's happening during the day, write down what are you grateful for, and exercise the muscle of joy, exercise the muscle of peace. And I see them as a muscle because at the end of the day, like our body, everyone has muscle, but until we don't do some sport or we exercise, the muscle does not grow. The muscle grows only through exercise. Same things with peace, with things. The fruit is there. It's inside of us. You have it. It's God. It's really specific and says you have. I gave you the piece of the fruit of love, peace, joy, long suffering, all this one, and meekness. Like but you have to exercise it, and how you exercise it is by writing down. Write down what are you grateful for, and you will see that your day will change. Just not how you start your day, but also how you finish your day, and you appreciate, and then you start to smile more. And I challenge you, even your health will abound, because in I think it's in Proverbs says that A joyful heart, a merry heart is it's healing for our bones. I think it's I might have paraphrases, but that's that's like, if you're joyful, if you bring joy in your life, you will see also healing. A lot of problem that you think you're having right now, they will heal, and not just emotional but also physical. Then again, I invite you to do it and let me know. Just like, share with me, share in the comment how this has affected you. Start to do it. Let me know in a month how your day changed since you have started journaling, or like how your relationship changed. I want to know this. Like, if you don't want to share with everyone, send me a message, a private message. I want to know. Text me. I think it's like, it's a great practice. And yes, just do it. Don't wait another second. There is an app on if you have iPhone, there is an app that comes with the phone. It's called Journal. It's amazing. It's awesome because it connects to your photos. Means every time you take photos and everything, if you try to like to like pictures, allow you to build up a journal with the picture inside. I love it. But do it. Just do it. Doesn't matter. Even if you want to do with paper, you like old style school, like just writing down, do it. It's it doesn't matter how you do it. It's just to start. You need to start, and then you can get fancier. You can have better journal. You can have an app and everything. But even if you have just to start with a pen and another book, just do it. And yeah, again, let me know. I am totally excited to know how this is gonna change your life. I've seen this happen to my clients, how affected them, how good was for them. And please, don't be afraid to share. Your testimony can help other people. And thank you again for watching this video. So grateful that you are here. Please leave a like, subscribe to the channel, follow me on different podcast channel, and thank you again. Have a great day.